welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Hypnotic Lady, and I am back with another hair tutorial. Today I will be showing you guys how I got this look right here, y'all. Get into these colors. It's a whole lot of highlights, whole lot of lowlights going on over here, sis. So if you guys like this look right here and want to see how I achieve this color right here, please stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. The company I will be working with today is Nadula Hair. Here I'm showing you guys the packaging. It did come with a wig cap, net, and white paper. On the bag, it does say Brazilian hair and the type of wig it is. And then it also came with an adjustable elastic band. This is the wig they sent me. As you guys can see, you see the highlights on the side and then the big piece of brown that I was referring to in the back. It is 150 density. This is a 13x4 lace front unit, and it is 22 inches in the color number 4 with blonde highlights. And as you guys know, I'm going to be adding some more. So now I'm just showing you all the parting spaces that I did and all my sections that I went ahead and parted off and clipped off with the hair clips. And yeah, my highlights, I will be using the Quick Blue bleaching powder, 40 volume developer cream, some black vinyl gloves, and these highlight wraps from Salad Beauty. Now you want to just go ahead and mix your bleach up to a like semi-thick concoction, and then we're going to go ahead and start putting a thin coat of the bleach on the hair. I did use the wrapping strip up under it just so I could hold the hair down while I'm putting it on at the base of the hair. Once I did a nice even coat, I'm going to go in with my fingers and my gloves and just make sure I'm lathering everything up, making sure the hair is completely covered by the bleach. And then you want to go ahead and cover everything up with the highlight wraps that you got from Sally's, and then continue to let that sit and process and move on to the next section. Guys, when bleaching hair, make sure that you are very, very time savvy. Make sure that you do not forget that you are on a time schedule. Okay, with bleach, depending on what kind of bleach you're using or developer you're using, it can process fast or process slowly. With a 40 developer, in my experience, I get fast developing and processing, so I like to move fast. I did want my top highlights to be brighter than my bottom highlights, which is why I started out at the top. If you guys would prefer to have your bottom highlights brighter than your top, of course you would start at the bottom. But yeah, you just want to follow the video like so. Like I said, once I went over the hair with the application brush, I then go in with my hands and just make sure the hair is lathered completely and covered with the bleach. And then I go in with my highlight wraps, cover the hair up, and then let it process. This is what the hair was looking like inside the highlight wraps after about 10 minutes. I didn't want to show you guys the processing just so you guys didn't think that I was bluffing when I said I only left the hair inside the wraps for about 10 to 15 minutes. This was, like I said, about 10 minutes after. I just kept checking in between, making sure that the color was coming out even and bright like how I wanted to. And then after I got my desired look, I went ahead and rinsed out the hair and shampooed it. You have rinsed your hair out and shampooed, you want to go ahead and blow dry the hair. I did go in with a heat protectant spray, which I will show you guys in the next clip, and blow dry the hair. Y'all, I'm loving how this look came out. At first there was just a whole bunch of chunky highlights in the front of the wig, and then there was like no highlights in the back. But as you guys can see, here's the heat protection spray that I was using. As you guys can see, that the color that I was going for, once I added those 3 little strips of highlights, it added the look that I was going for, and I got highlights all over. I am going to do a side-by-side clip so you guys can see the before and after of the process of what the wig looked like before I added the highlights and after. All right, after I got through blow drying, this is what the hair looked like with a little bit of heat protectant spray. As you guys can see from the before, and excuse my messy ass head, from before, there was just a big block of brown hair, and then I got the highlights all the way through. Now that I got the look that I was going for, we are going to go ahead and get into the bleaching of the knots and plucking of the hairline. And to bleach my knots, I just went back in with the same bleach that I used to highlight the hair. I did add a little bit more powder because I wanted the consistency to be a little thicker than it was when I was actually highlighting the hair. You don't want the hair to be able to be bleached once the bleach settles, because it can seep through the lace and get on the roots of the hair. But yeah, you just want to cover the lace like so, or whichever part of your hair that you prefer to be bleached. I know there are some ladies out there who only like bleaching the parts that they will be using. Me, I just go ahead and bleach the whole lace because I know eventually I'm going to do either a side part, middle part, half up, half down. Nobody ever knows. So I just go ahead and just bleach the whole lace. And yeah, like I said, you just want to make sure your bleach is thick, not dripping, and you want to let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes and then rinse and shampoo. Now we're going to get into plucking, which is my favorite and least favorite part because it's so time consuming, but it's worth it. This is the part that like makes or breaks your wig at all. Like, girl, if your hairline ain't plucked and them knots ain't bleached, you're going to be looking real wiggish, and you know that's not what we're going for. So I parted a thin layer behind the hairline, and here I am just going in and adding a little bit of water just so I can see the density of the hair as I'm combing everything back. And I started on the side and worked my way to sections. Like I said, I started on the right side, going to the middle, and then work my way on the left side. And then once I get an idea of how I want everything to look, I just go a little bit all over. And you can do however you want to do. I would say for beginners, just make sure you stay in your sections. And then for more experienced or advanced cosmetologists or hairstylists or ladies that just do their hair, you know, do what works best for you. This technique, like I said, works what's best for me. I start on the sides, then work my way to the top, and then I pull it all together and see what all I need to alter until I get my desired look.
Guys, this is the finished results after I plucked everything. I hope you guys enjoyed my video and steps on how to customize your wig like a pro. If you want to see how I install and style this wig, please stay tuned. I will have the link below listed in the description bar. Again, this is Nadula Hair. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.